Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make some banana loaf because I have some ripe bananas that you really don't want to eat now at this point unless you like eating these kind of bananas. Instead of throwing them out, let's make some loaf. So in my recipe we have 4 smaller bananas. I mean, you can use bigger ones if you want. I have 2 eggs, there's some salt, there's flour and sugar. In here there's 1.5 cup of flour and 1 cup of sugar. I've already combined it because I hate doing dishes and I'm lazy, so I put the ingredients together. Anyways, we have a baking soda and a cup of melted butter in here. So we're going to combine this into my mixer. Right here, first off, we're going to be mashing the bananas. So we want to put the blender on, this whisker thing. So we're going to put that on there. Now we're going to take the bananas, toss them in here, whip them up, and then we'll add the ingredients. So I'm going to keep this recipe quite simple for you. Toss in our mushy bananas. So if you're looking for a quick and easy banana loaf recipe, this might be up your alley because it's pretty simple. Now, the riper that your bananas typically get, the more higher sugar content is in the banana. That's just what I've researched. So we're just going to give those bananas a quick mix, just to mix them all up, make them all mushy. And once that's pretty mushy, we're going to add the butter. Now again, the butter, we had about a cup of softened to melted butter. If it's softened, is probably the best. You don't want it too runny. Mine might be a little bit too runny. Give that a bit of a spin. Next off, we're going to be taking baking soda and a teaspoon. We're going to take a teaspoon of baking soda and put that into our mix. Here we go. Let that mix up. And also a teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to put in my 2 eggs. Make sure you don't drop any shells in because nobody likes to eat shells. If you're not confident enough, then make sure you just crack them in a bowl before you put them inside your mixture. And beat that up. Now put it on the lowest speed you have, and we're taking our flour and sugar, which I have a 1 cup or 1.5 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar. So we're just going to slowly add that into the mixture. There we go. And then you can turn it up a little bit and let that mix. You want to mix it up pretty good so you can increase the speed. Now all of the flour is kind of combined, because if you put your flour in when it's too fast, you're going to end up with a kitchen full of flour. So once that's mixed well, it's time to get, oh, I locked the machine. It's time to get the baking pans. Let's just remove that. Okay, so we're just gonna push this aside a bit. Now these pans I had in another video. I just purchased these pans. I was using some other just cheaper pans. These ones were on sale. I'll link that video in this video if you're a little bit more curious on where I got it from and want a little bit more information. So these are non-stick pans. I'm going to go ahead and spray some Pam inside just because it'll give that extra non-stick. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put our banana loaf stuff into our pans. I purchased 2 of them. They're a little wet because I just got done washing them. You always want to wash your pans before you cook out of them after buying them. I'm just going to go spray them over the sink. So now that I lightly coated them, I'm just going to add the batter into the pans. Try to make them equal. And then just kind of level them out a bit. My hope is they turn out. I think that's everybody's hope. I just shake them a little bit. All right, so now it's that time to set the stove temperature. So we're gonna be setting it today at, we'll be setting it at 325. Once that's ready, we'll pop it in. Now that that's ready, we can pop in our loaves. So here are our 2 loaves. So we're gonna leave that bake for 1 hour. There's 1 hour, set the timer, and let it go. After 1 hour, we're going to check it with a toothpick just to make sure that it's fully cooked. So now that it's done baking, we're gonna check and see what it looks like. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven and then we'll stick a toothpick into it. Okay, so let's take the test. Yep. It's cooked because nothing's sticking to the toothpick. So we'll leave it cool a little bit and then we'll knock it out of the pan. You don't have to, but after they're completely cooled off, I'm going to try topping it with some buttercream just on top, just to give it some extra little something. So now that they cooled off a little bit, we're going to just dump them out of the pan. If you have cooling racks, that'll probably work best just to keep it off the counter. Unfortunately, I have no idea where mine are as we just moved and I'm not sure where they are yet. They could still be in a box. somewhere. So I'm just going to leave them on the counter here, just so they can cool off a little bit more before we put the buttercream on top. See, it was really easy to slide out of the pan. So I highly recommend getting these pans if you're looking for a good quality pan. Again, that's the name of them. It's Kuraidori is how it's spelled. I'll link the video for where I purchased these pans. If I can find the link on Amazon, I will also link that below so you can check it out. So now that I gave my banana bread time to cool, I can put on some buttercream. So just by buying some Betty Crocker buttercream or whatever you find and having a little bag for icing, I'm just going to be putting this inside this little bag, the buttercream, just to make it easier to apply the icing. I mean, if you want to do it lazily, being lazy, I guess, then you can just smear it on with a knife. But if you want to be a little bit more fancy, this is probably the way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my buttercream inside of this bag. Okay, so I have all of my buttercream inside of my icing bag. I'm going to kind of shake it down so it doesn't squish out the top. And you just pinch it together. Now I'm going to get some scissors. And then just cut a good size amount, or just cut where you think that enough cream will come out and how big you want to make your swirl. So let's see how good this turns out. See, my bread kind of stuck to the counter a little bit. That's why you want to put a cooling rack underneath. Alright, so just by twisting your bag, you can see it's starting to squeeze out on this end. So I'm going to try to do this without getting in the way so you can actually see. Maybe I'll put you on the other side. Okay, I had to put that down for a second. So I've got some buttercream on the counter, but that's okay. Shift it up a little bit. And this one too. Again, it's stuck. Oh well. Okay, so just want to squeeze on some buttercream. Yummy. Looks so good. I should have enough. If I don't, then that's okay. Good enough. It's not perfect. I'm not a professional. Good. Okay. This one turned out quite nice. This one, I mean, could have did better, but if you don't like how it's looking, just take some kind of a knife or even a spoon. Just take a spoon and then you can just, you know, fix it up. Make it equal so then it's covering the whole cake. You can even add some sprinkles if you want. Totally up to you. You can ice the whole cake if you want, or just leave it like that. So I'm going to just toss on some of these. They're like little chocolate candy balls. Just to add a little bit of fun to it. They kind of look like pearls. They look so yummy. Kind of just gives a little bit more of a fun look. I've got quite a few of these little chocolate balls. I'm just going to add a few more onto the cake. Then I don't have to put it back in my pantry. Here we go. Oh, one more. It's mine. In my mouth. Yum. So, there's my banana cake. Thanks for watching. If you watched the whole way through the video, that's how I make my banana loaf with older bananas. Simple, easy recipe. Looks super yummy. Can't wait to dive into it. Smells so good. It has a nice brown crust, but it's soft with a fun top of buttercream and chocolate ball candies. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Click the like button if you like this video, and remember to click the notification bell to be notified for all new videos. Check out my other videos on this channel. And again, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Okay, I'm going to cut into this thing and see what it actually looks like. It looks so good. Yum! It's got like some crunch on it. I would take this whole piece, but it's almost supper time, so I'm just gonna take this piece and eat it. Looks good. It's so good, guys. You gotta try this. I'd give it 2 thumbs up, but one hand has the phone, the other hand has a piece of cake. So just imagine 2 thumbs up. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.